Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have one of the new Gen 4 PashaPasha dolls, and so I wanted to do like a little comparison for you guys and I guess an unboxing. I haven't opened her yet, so what I was going to do is kind of open her up. She's one of the Just Painted girls. A friend of mine actually purchased her and decided the size wasn't for her, so she gave me a very generous layaway plan, and I'm buying her from her. But I have some other girls here you can see on camera that I'm going to do a comparison. So I'm going to open her up and kind of get some first impressions, and then we'll go over to the light box and actually do the comparison, because it'll be easier for me to put the camera facing down into the box to kind of show the comparison. So anyway, let's get her open up and have a look. I feel like this case is the same size as the Gen 4 case. I mean the Gen 3 case, but I could be wrong. So we've got our certificate. I always love opening Pasha certificates because they're on such nice paper and they're all so luxe, and it's so nice to open them up and see them. So here she is, Sanity. She's Sanity and White Bone, just painted. So you can see that there. She's got a little wax seal on the back, which is very nice. Oh, it says 4th Gen. It says SB. Is she Simply Beautiful? I didn't think she was a Simply Beautiful, but maybe she is. It says size 4th Gen SB, so she might be a Simply Beautiful doll. We'll see. We're about to find out. So let me get her open first. Let's see. And oh, she smells very nice. That resin smell is so nice. So nice. I didn't think she was a Simply Beautiful doll, but maybe she is, and I just have not been paying attention well enough. So let's check her out. Oh yeah, so I can immediately feel like just kind of side by side, you can see the size difference. And then next to an original, she really is like right in between the size of an original and like the mini. So, and of course there's only the one size now, although there's been some like bonus offers and some, no, there's no way this is Simply Beautiful. So I don't know what that SB stands for. But anyway, look at that. That painting is just gorgeous. Oh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. And then let me look on the inside. I want to kind of, well, maybe not. I was going to pull her faceplate off and kind of look, because I know it's a little bit different. I love her teeth though. I love how, like, yeah, look at the teeth in there. So beautiful. She is really pretty. And she's got very light sort of blushing and veining on her arms. Let's see her legs. She's got some tape. I'm gonna have to get scissors, I think. Yeah, let me see. Maybe I can peel it off. Wow. She's got black polish, and I thought she was so pretty. Like, there were 2 of them that were released at the same time of the Just Painted, and she was one of the 2. Look at the feet. Just look at that extra foot joint is really nice. So it does make her foot, like, she's not going to be able to, she's her own size of feet for sure. Wow. I've got some mini stuff that I'm going to try to put her in. We'll see how it works. Not sure how it's going to go. My friend told me that some, like, mini wig is just a little bit too small. So I've got some wigs that are a little, like, that I think might have enough give in them, basically is what I'm saying, to work for her. So we'll see if that's the case. Alright, gotta get through the tape here. Okay, yeah, this is not a Simply Beautiful doll. I don't know why it said SB on the, SB must stand for something else. But anyway, here she is, 4th gen. I'm going to try to cover her up a little bit so that we can look at her joints a little more closely. So what I have is I have a little baggie basically of some clothes that I think might work for her. There's this cute lingerie set from Mini Stitches, so I'm just going to see if it'll at least cover her up enough to, I mean, it's very sheer, but cover her up enough to make her a little more modest, I guess, for YouTube. There's not a really great way to say that, so, but I'm excited. I'll be excited. I've been seeing some of the designers creating wigs and clothing for the Gen 4 now, so that's really exciting to see, because for a little while there, you know, there hasn't been any, because they haven't been out. And I know the pre-order, those people that pre-ordered the doll, those are going to be shipping, I think, fairly soon. I didn't pre-order because I don't like to pre-order. I'd rather try to snag like a just painted or a full set doll. But I just had this one, like I said, my friend got, but then decided that this size is just, she's an original fan. She really likes the originals, and so she just decided that she wanted to stick with the originals. So anyway, okay, so this actually kind of works. Not really, but enough to, let me latch the bra. So the bra will latch, but the straps are going to be a little on the short side, methinks. Yeah, but anyway, she's covered, sort of. So yeah, the mini, just so you can see, like, this will not close at all. This is the former mini, and then this is a very tight latch, and the actual, like, the straps, well, you can kind of toggle the joints around and sort of, but I don't want to bust this set because it's really a nice set, so I just kind of toggled it around there. But I need to put her hands on because I haven't done that yet, so let me do her hands next. So, and what's cool about these is they have the moving fingers. Oh, all the hands are like super jeweled. I love it. And they're screw-on hands. They're not magnetic anymore. So let's do, just look. Would you just look at that? Like, not me. Look at the hand. The way the, oh, so 2 fingers are jointed here. The pointer finger and the pinky are jointed. So I'm going to put that on. Let's see if I can figure this out. There we go. That was easy. And then I need a left hand. I'm going to do the open left hand that has all the jointed fingers. I really love the way the hands are decorated on this doll specifically. So you can see jointed, 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 jointed. Wow. And the thumb is jointed too. I'm having a hard time getting the camera to focus, but we won't have that issue when we move to the light box. Well, I say that now, we probably will. So there she is with her hands on and like a sort of outfit. Now this is I've got two mini wigs here. We'll just try just for fun. This is a mini wig made by Anna Z. Got compressed somehow. Let's see. And actually kind of like just sits on top, like it won't go all the way down. And then my friend Katya made this wig. This one's going to be better for the time being until I get a real wig for her. But that's her like first take on how she looks and so on and so forth. So what I want to do now is move to the light box and let's just do a comparison between her and the other sizes. I've got the girls all laid out here. So this is a Gen 3 mini. This is the new Gen 4. This is a Gen 3 Simply Beautiful. I don't know if there is a Gen 3. She's a Simply Beautiful. May only be one previous generation of those. And then an original Gen 3. So I just kind of want to show you guys. Her next of kin basically is going to be the mini Gen 3. So I'm going to start there just to kind of show you guys the differences. And I did force this purple wig on her because I thought it looked better with like the purple outfit and everything. But anyway, so just for starters, obviously the huge, and they both have black nails, so isn't that nice? The huge difference is in the jointed fingers. So I'm going to, or like the huge difference with the hands. So I'm just going to kind of pull them off and show you. Like this is going to be problematic because the other girls are going to be pulling away the focus. All right, so if you look, you know, you've got these jointed fingers on the Gen 4, which gives you like all this extra room for play and for doing stuff. And Hunger had that when he first came out. I mean, he still does, but it was just really cool at the time when Hunger came out to have those. And then you can see the fingers on the Gen 3 are all going to be static. So all static regardless of pose, where, you know, depending on pose, you've got some fingers that are jointed and movable here. So all the fingers on this hand are movable. And then just on this hand, the two middle fingers you can see here are static, but you've got a joint on the pinky, you've got a joint on the pointer, and you've got a joint on the thumb. So you can do, you know, some different poses with that. So that's a huge difference. In my opinion, that's like a huge difference. Now, another difference that I'm noticing is you've got 1, 2, let's bring her closer. 1, 2, 3, 4 joints along this torso. And then on the mini 3, you've got 1, 2, 3 joints. So there's been an extra joint added in here. Now, as far as how that makes the posing different, I've noticed like in a lot of the pictures, they're able to be a little more like kind of hunched over. So you can see I'm kind of like doing this. So you get like this fully, you kind of see how she just kind of folds over, like really bending in on herself. So I kind of feel like that's, you know, like that. Where with the Gen 3, we can I'll try to approximate that pose, and this is what I get here. So you can see, or let me do the legs as well. So it kind of, you see how it's different, like how the silhouette there is different. This one's actually a little bit tighter, but I feel like this one you're gonna get like more sort of realistic posing maybe with. So anyway, so you can see how those joints, and like I said, I haven't had time to really play with these joints and kind of see what they're able to do. You know, Pasha is like a master of posing her own dolls. I'm not so good at that, so, you know, I'm just, I have to play around with them for a while to kind of see what's going on. And then the neck here, we've got 1, 2 joints. And then now in the neck, it's still 2 joints. So we've got, 1, 2, oh no, there's an extra joint. I feel like there's no, that's the same. It's just that I'm looking at the faceplate, the line in the faceplate, because you got a faceplate system now with her. So there's that. Melanie, the mini 3s may have faceplates as well. Melanie is just a special sculpt, so she may be a little different, but she's like my favorite, so I wanted to bring her out and show you guys her. I like to get her some screen time when we can. So you can see the neck joints there, the shoulder joints, which it was kind of dumb of me to cover them up, but I really like this black like overcoat, so I wanted to do it. The shoulder joints look essentially the same to me. Like the size is obviously different because the doll's different, but I feel like they're pretty similar, if you can look at that. And then you've also got the jointed feet. So you got jointed, like an extra joint in the foot there that you didn't have before. Actually, like, yeah. Well, it's like an extra joint. So that is her compared to the Gen 3. The Simply Beautiful obviously has way less jointing, which is kind of one of the nice things about her. You got the solid neck. But the new Simply Beautifuls, I think, have a jointed neck. Real simple jointing here and here, and then just the one torso joint. So you can see that. But just to show you like size, side by side, it's kind of hard to get them in a position where they're like foot to foot here, but you can sort of see like she is bigger. Now if I compare her to the biggest girl, the original size, so I think we're going to see the same thing with the joints. Whoops. This is bubble gum. You've got the same joints that you saw on my Melanie doll, and then the same sort of like neck looks really, you can see the neck is really similar, and the shoulder joints are really similar. So I want to say the biggest difference that I see, first of all, is obviously size. The biggest difference between the Gen 3 is going to be size. So she's in between these three dolls. Just an in-between size. It's a good size. I like it. I haven't tried any other clothes on her. Like, this is it. What you guys see is what I've done with her so far. I've only handled her on camera. Haven't handled her off camera yet. These are Pasha mini clothes, and I had to stretch them to fit. So they're not a good fit. Like, she needs her own wardrobe, basically. If it's real stretchy clothes, kind of like this, you probably could do that. I put her in the least amount of clothes I could so I could kind of show the differences in the joints. So the size is really different, the finger jointing and the foot jointing is really different, and there's this extra joint in the torso. Those are going to be the biggest changes that I see. The faces also have changes, but I don't have a third generation Sanity. I only have, I have Giddy Heights, but she's a second gen doll, and the face is totally different from that now, so I didn't feel like that would be a very good comparison. But they did modify the face sculpts as well, just a little bit. So there's a pre-order, the pre-orders are going to be arriving sometime soon, and one of them is coming to my house. So I can't remember if it's Pulse or Breath, but I may be able to take her and compare her to one that I have in my collection already, just to see the differences in the faces. But anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys if you were looking to compare the differences. I am not very good at doing comparisons. I feel like it's kind of like I'm not very knowledgeable about, I don't know. I don't feel confident about doing these comparisons. That's what I'm trying to say. But hopefully my lack of confidence does not affect the helpfulness to you guys in seeing the comparison done. So that's kind of my, my unprofessional sort of comparison here. I do really like the size a lot. Original size is still probably my favorite, but I might like this size better than the mini size. I like a bigger doll in general. Not like, I don't like SD size. Like, she's not quite SD size, but like, I don't know, something about Pasha's dolls. They just have presence. And so I like them all. What can I say? I'm sitting here trying to decide. I like the size. I don't dislike it. Like, I like having all three sizes in my collection. Let me say that. So anyway, like I said, hopefully this was helpful. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. I want to say a huge thank you to my patrons from Patreon: Lindsay S., Leah W., Doreen Z., Janice H., Mercedes W., Bear Sunflower, Shorna R., Stephanie W., Shalane C., Louisa's Knickknacks, Marty G., Lynn P., Cindy L., Sabrina A., Kitten Cat, Diane B., and Debbie N. Thank you so much for your support. Your support helps me continue bringing you great dolly content. For more information on how you can become a supporter of this channel, please see the description in the video below. Thank you.